Welcome back to Asinine Radio, a weekly podcast where we talk about music, and, well, that's pretty much it. So, let's go!
This is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we take a different band and we listen to all of their records and we rank them from worst to best. This week we're doing the Offspring, so we're going to rank all 10 of their records. They have 10 records. Yeah, they have 10 records.
Yeah, boy.
Going to rank them all. We're going to give our biggest banger from each of them, biggest stinker from each of them if we have one, and we're going to try to have a good time doing it. If you didn't already know, my name is Tyler. Way out there, hundreds of miles away, is Jeff. While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. 5 stars only, please. All the social media is at Asinine Radio. And now with that boring intro out of the way, let's actually jump into our 6 degrees of Tom DeLonge, if you have it.
I don't have one this week. This was...
It's too easy.
Directly too easy. I know. Like, people who have played with this band have directly played with Tom DeLonge's.
Adam Willard, Josh Freese, dude.
So,
well, that's true, dude.
Yeah.
Also,
the
Offspring were in the movie Idle Hands.
Yeah.
They were the band that played at the high school where Dexter dies in the movie. And Tom DeLonge was in that movie, too.
Yeah, that is true.
So there you go. So many connections to our boy Tom. But anyway, let's jump into the rankings. Like I said, they have 10 records. We're going to give our biggest banger from each of them if we got them. And let's get into it. What do you got for number 10, Jeff? Go.
I know you like this one for whatever reason. I like this one even less this time around, but days go by.
Oh, no.
Dude, this is just...
Wow.
This album is just not good. This is not good. This is just an Offspring album because of Dexter's vocals. It's a very dull record, and it's like the worst of the Offspring doing their music. But just the pop side of it. They're only focusing on the pop side of it. Nothing here is reminiscent of, the peak Offspring for that 4-album run. Nothing here is Offspring except for his vocals. If you take his vocals out, you would never know this is the Offspring. And that's something because you can pretty much tell like it's the Offspring based off of like Noodles, especially with like when Ron was doing his drumming thing, because he does that same thing kind of like over and over and over, but he slays at it and it's really good. And like Greg K.
Mm-hmm. Greg
K's bass lines are very, very iconic in creating their sound. But this album's dumb, dude. This album's fucking not good. And the song Dirty Magic is a re-record from Ignition. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. That's all they do now.
Yeah.
That's all they do now. OC
That's
Guns.
all they've ever done. Come on, get out of here. They did it fucking back on the first record, or fucking on Ignition. They were re-recording songs from the early days too.
But that was before they were big, though, and that's fine. That's fine. But not when...
That's never fine for you. You bitch and complain about, Carousel by Blink being on Cheshi and Buddha.
I don't bitch about it. I just say that it's better on Buddha. I don't bitch about it. I'm just saying that it's better on Buddha. That's what I say. I like both versions.
You bitch about it more than you say positive things about it.
I just like the Buddha version better is what I'm saying. I don't like the fact that Green Day did it with Welcome to Paradise. I think that's a little sus.
Stupid. Little
sus.
Sus, dude.
Anyway, OC Guns and Slim Pickens are the only 2 songs even worth listening to on this album. That's it.
Damn,
otherwise, this album is a throwaway.
Wrong.
It's throwaway completely. There's nothing Offspring about this album at all. At all.
That is so dumb.
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Unbelievable. All right, my number 10 is Let the Bad Times Roll. Let the Bad Times Roll.
Are you serious?
Dude, that's the worst record.
No way.
I really thought I liked this record more.
Wow.
And then, I listened to it yesterday. I finished up my listen through yesterday. And, dude, this record, it's just a mess. I mean, some of the songs are like, okay, this is kind of a nice throwback to, whatever album, Americana, Smash, whatever. That's cool. And really, the record isn't bad. It's not a bad record because none of the records are bad. I will say that right now. So it's not bad. It's just I got to put this one somewhere. This album from a mixing and mastering standpoint is absolute fucking garbage. Whoever did it needs to be fired because It's just horrendous. And I understand these songs were recorded over a couple years or several years and in different studios and this and that. But come on, dude, you could have come up with something more cohesive than this. I mean, you hear compilations, greatest hits records that sound better than this. It's quiet. There's no dynamics. It's flat as hell. It's just, dude, this is it's a mess of a record in that sense. And there's some fucking terrible songs on here though. Like Don't Have Sex Anymore. Come on, dude. That's terrible. Even the title track, Let the Bad Times Roll, not the Vandals version, but their version is pretty bad.
Okay.
But anyway, it's whatever.
Okay.
So Let the Bad Times Roll is my number 10.
Okay.
So what do you got for number 9?
Rise and Fall, Rage and Grace, their 8th album, 2008. You know, if anyone doesn't like Dexter singing, and there's people out there, I don't know why, but friend of the pod, Annie, right? If there's anyone that doesn't like Dexter singing, they will fucking hate this album. His voice is full on Dexter here, more so than any other record, except for Smash.
Mm-hmm.
There are a couple bangers here that I do like. There's a couple good songs. There's mostly filler. And there's like their worst song that they've ever done is on this one. And Christie is their worst song they've ever done. That song is beyond even like that's the stinkiest of stinkers. It's dude, I can't even fathom how much I hate this song. I fucking absolutely hate it. But even the bigger songs, right? Like the You're Gonna Go Far Kid and then Hammerhead. Both of those songs have parts to them that I don't like. And so those songs aren't, they're playlisted because they're catchy and I like them overall. But there's parts of those songs that I just don't like. So I don't know.
What don't you like about You're Gonna Go Far Kid? Because there's one part, there's something about that song that I absolutely hate.
Well, so like in Hammerhead, there's a part where they go, woo hoo, like that thing. Like it's just like, what are you doing, dude? When they go, woo hoo, like dang.
Oh, you don't like the woohoos? I love that part.
What are you guys doing, man? Come on.
I love that.
It's
like a throwback to Diamonds and Guns.
We're too old for this now. We've outgrown that era of the band, you know? That's a little tough to digest there.
Nah, I love it.
Let's hear it for Rock Bottom though. That's my banger here. That's a true banger. That's the best song on the album. It's crazy catchy. It's a pop punk song. This is very reminiscent of their Conspiracy days. And again, I think this is the best song on the album. Fact.
Okay. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Okay, that's your number 9. My number 9 is this was a shock to me. This was a real shock to me putting this so low.
Oh God.
This probably was the biggest difference from the last time we ranked the records, and it's Days Go By.
Oh.
Days Go By, their 9th record. I've always really liked this record. I still like it. There are a couple songs on here like, damn, dude, what are you doing with this ballad? But there are some bangers. Divided by Zero. Come on, dude. Get the fuck out of here.
No.
That song is an absolute banger. Certified banger. But yeah, it was listening to it this week. I will just say this. I listened to every record twice this week. I finished up all of them yesterday, and then I listened to every Offspring record today.
I did not do that.
Right when I got to work, I just put my earbud in and I just started. And I was just like random. I'm like, oh, this one sounds good. So I just randomly listened to the Offspring all day, just random albums, out of order, just kind of what I felt like I wanted to listen to next. So I did listen to them twice. And yeah, Days Goes By just doesn't hit the same as it used to years ago. And it's just really fallen from grace.
It's fucking stupid. Dude, like,
it's
honestly,
still good though.
If you take Dexter's vocals out, this is not an Offspring record. That's my biggest problem with it. It just doesn't sound like the Offspring. And they have a sound.
That's not completely wrong. I mean, because there's not a lot of the busy guitar work from Noodles on it.
There's none of the Middle Eastern influence that they've so like proudly displayed throughout their career, even on their latest album.
True.
But, ugh.
Yeah, that's true. So
that's
Days
the
Go
only
By,
album,
Divided by Zero is my banger.
That's the only album by them that I would not listen to. Except for ranking the albums. I will not go back, ever. It's sub 1.
You're crazy. And I can't believe you have not said, Let the Bad Times Roll. All right, so what do you got for number 8?
This is gonna probably irritate you because you think you're a little punkerhead.
Because you're stupid.
But ignition. Yeah, like you're nicking things, right? Like you steal it, you nick it. Oh, you nick that. There we go again with the cyberbullying every time, right? You can't go one
There's no
episode.
reason. That was not even. There was no reason for the accent. That doesn't even make sense. You weren't even making like a Britlin reference.
That's what they say. Don't they, like when they say steal things, you say nick it? Like you nicked it. Like
I don't think that's is that a British thing?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess it is. I was thinking knickers.
What the hell is that? Like knickerbockers?
Like pants. Those are pants. Yeah, those are pants, right?
I don't fucking know what a knickerbocker is.
I think that's what you do know. That's why you know that. Yes,
I know what Birkenstocks are. I don't know knickerbockers. Knickerbockers are like the pants, but like they wear like when they're playing polo, right? They're like parachute pants, but they're capris too, like somewhere in the middle.
They're like capris. Yeah,
yeah, like capri parachute pants. Yeah, okay. I do what knickers are.
Yeah, it says loose-fitting trousers gathered at the knee or calf.
Trousers is also a very like English thing to say.
It's very, very British. Yeah. Damn. A lot of golf. It's like a golfing thing, you know. Golfers wear.
Yeah. Well, Ignition, their second album, 92. Honestly, this is just Smash light. This is the beginnings of Smash. Like all the sounds are here. It's just not a strong album. The iconic sound is here, but without the melodies. But they did it better on their first album, and they do it exponentially better on Smash. So the only reason why it's here is because it doesn't have its own identity. Outside of like Session, which I think is like instantly catchy. It's instantly recognizable as an Offspring song. Forever in a Day, the Death by Stereo song. Forever in a Day, though. I
was thinking that.
That's actually, those are both the opener and closer of the album. Those are the best songs on the album. But everything in between is just kind of like leading up to Smash. And so I don't hate this album. I really enjoy this thing, and I love listening to it. But it's just like, okay, let's get to Smash. That's just how I feel. So, boom, Ignition.
Okay,
go.
Fine. My 8 is the first record, The Offspring's The Offspring from 1989.
Oh, baby, here we go.
This is a great record. This is, at this point, this is where I'm going to throw. So we have a 3-point rating system where 3 is a perfect album, 2 is a good album you're going to continue to listen to. 1 is a bad album, but give it a shot, and 0 is the worst thing you've ever heard. This is where the 2 start for me. Really, this is where the 2 start. This is just a solid punk record. There's not a lot of crazy melodies like you hear later on for the band. It's like a 28-minute punk record. It's fast. It's slightly aggressive. It's just good. It's a great album. I would get this on vinyl. For sure get this on vinyl. I'm not going to spend like $25-$30 on it, but if I found it used for like 15 or something at, Nickels or something, fuck yeah, I'd get it.
You nick it?
Totally. I would nick it. Yeah, this is just this is just a good punk record. My bangers are Tehran, which is a great, like you said earlier, that Middle Eastern thing that they do. They kind of pride themselves in. Kind of has that feel to it, which makes sense with considering the title of the song. And then the song Beheaded. So 1, this is a really good song, and 2, fun little fact, just a couple weeks ago, the Offspring were playing up in San Jose, and their original drummer, who's quit the band in 1987, before this first record even came out, he co-wrote the song Beheaded with Dexter, and he came out and played drums they played drums for the first time since 1987 with the band.
So
and they played this song,
cool.
And it's so cool, and it's the first time they played. Last time, I think from what I was reading, this is the first time they played Beheaded since the mid 1980s. So it was just cool that they brought back their old drummer, and he just looks like he's like a doctor of like oncology or some shit like that. Like he doesn't look like a musician.
He quit being a punker to become a gynecologist, and they made fun of him. Like, this guy quit being a punker to become like a doctor. What a dork! But like that's also what Dexter kind of did. So
yeah,
it's just it was a fucking rad performance. Dude slayed it. Like, did not miss a beat. And it was. And
there's some cool drum parts in the song too, and he nailed it. He absolutely fucking nailed it. So it was really cool. Just a couple weeks ago. But The Offspring is my number 8. So what do you got for number 7?
Let the Bad Times Roll. Ignition and Let the Bad Times Roll were very interchangeable for me. There's two spots where I changed this one once, and another spot I changed twice. But this one I had Let the Bad Times Roll first, and then Ignition second. But then after I listened to both, I changed them again. But this is I think this is a solid return to form for them. It's energetic. It's exciting. It's like their Americana days, but there's just not honestly, there's no standout track here outside of the title track, which is only stand out because of the Vandals, and it's fun to make fun of. There's really no standout track here, and I think this band is just missing like half the dudes. Like, even though Dexter and Noodles are like the Offspring and that's their sound, but the way they grooved with Ron and Greg, it's just I think they're missing that. And this is the first one, right? This is the first one where it was just Dexter and Noodles from the original lineup.
Yeah.
And like you could just tell, like it was missing something. It was still good. It was still fun. I liked it. My favorite song is In the Hall of the Mountain King, which is not even their song. And it's like it's only a minute long, and they don't really even deviate from the normal sound of the song anyway. But I like where their head's at. There's a couple cool songs on here, but like, it's just, this is filler.
It's still really high.
Because I
really
fucking
high.
hate Days Go By. Rise and Fall, I just don't think is a good album. I just don't.
But
think
you
it's
at least had bangers. You had like proper bangers on Rise and Fall.
I had
so it's just crazy that it's one more than you had on Let the Bad Times Roll.
But like Rise and Fall had more chud than Let the Bad Times Roll, and Rise and Fall has their worst song. Chrissy's their worst song.
Well, I don't know about that, dude.
God, I love Dexter's vocals. I fucking love them. But damn, he's annoying on that song. Shut the fuck up.
You know what song we forgot to talk about was Bumpin' in My Trunk from Days Go By.
I watched that video today too, and I still don't understand.
That video is so bad.
It's even like
it's so
like it's got to be a joke. It has to be a fucking joke. Because they're so old and ugly and kind of fat for like old guys, and it's just like, dude, no way this is real. No way you think this is good.
Well, so Tammy and I were listening to the album yesterday while we were driving, and the song came on, and I said, "This is their worst song by far." And I said, halfway through the song, I said, "Imagine these guys going to one of their close friends, being Josh Freese, and say, 'Can you play drums on this song for me, please?' And then Josh Freese agrees to play drums on it. Like, what?
And normally,
what is going on?
Normally, when like random people would come up to Josh Freese, like we talked about during the format, but he doesn't remember playing fucking drums on that album. So yeah. I feel like he's done so many drum things to where like normally when people come up to him, he's like, "Hey, I'll play drums. Like, give it to me," and then it's a one and done thing. Doesn't like forget about it. But he's like so ingrained with Offspring and like SoCal culture. Like he knows who these fucking guys are. Like he probably goes to their kids' birthday parties and stuff. So when they come up to him with a song like this, like does he just bite his tongue? Does he say something? Is he just like, fuck it, this is just a paycheck? I don't know.
I mean, I think this song, the song is, it's self-aware. They're just doing it just to be idiots and be obnoxious.
But I don't know.
I really think that's what it is.
I hope.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I think that's what it is.
It's fucking stupid.
It's such a dumb song. Bumping in my trunk. Oh, that's such a terrible song, man. It's so terrible. Anyway, let's move on.
Moving on.
I don't want to talk about that anymore. So what did you say? That was your 7? Or
that was
not?
My
Days Go By, but
yeah, that was my 7.
Okay, so my 7 is Rise and Fall, Rage and Grace. It's a pretty good record. I've always been very critical of it. Even the last time we ranked the albums a couple years ago, I was pretty critical. But this one kind of grew on me. It just sounds like, in the end, it sounds like they wanted to write an album full of songs that sound like other bands. So the opening song, Half Truism, is just My Chemical Romance's Selena. I mean, beat for beat. The chorus sounds like it. I mean, it's just, that's what it is. The song Trust in You sounds like their other song, All I Want. And then the song Nothing Town sounds like they're trying to write a Green Day song from like the Dookie era, Nimrod era. Like it just sounds like it's just an album full of songs that want to sound like somebody else. And then, You're Gonna Go Far, Kid. It's a good song, but that verse, the verses where Josh Freese is just hitting the hi-hat on the offbeat with no snare, it's just like, why are you doing that? It's just that's the only time I would ever criticize Josh Freese is the verses in You're Gonna Go Far, Kid.
So that's the only bad thing he's ever done. Sometimes it's okay, it's fine.
And I guess, yeah.
Jesus.
And otherwise that song is catchy as hell, and it's a good song. But my favorite song is Hammerhead. I just love the build in the beginning, that dun 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 dun, and then it just drops heavy, and then just in the verses where he just kind of like dun 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 dun, and he lets the note ring out. Oh, it's so good. I love the woo-woos. The woo-hoos, I should say. In the bridge. Come on. You're knuckling.
There's something. There's something.
It's so good. So Rise and Fall is my my number 7. What do you got for 6?
What part did you not like about You Know Fargo? Is it the dance fucker dance part?
No, it's just the hi-hat.
Oh. Because that dance
That's
fucker
the
dance
only
part's
thing.
stupid.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking dumb. I actually forgot about
dance,
that until
man,
right
he
now.
never rated a chance. Yeah.
It was really only you, really
Stupid.
only you. But I do like when everything stops. It goes bum bum, and then there's that pause, and then it just drops into the chorus. That part's so good. That part's great.
All right. Well, okay.
Anyway.
Now we're getting into the twos
0-2.
for me. And
Okay.
This is an album that is just, it was surprising last time we ranked all these albums. In Splinter, their 7th from 2003. This is never going to break the top 4, right? That's never going to fucking happen. It's
No way.
And this time around, it's not even going to break the top 5. But Splinter's pretty damn good, man. Some of these songs are like their heaviest they've ever done. It's just very chuggy, very heavy. And the guitars are I don't know, man. There's a lot of heavier distortion on these ones. And Noodles isn't doing like his noodly thing. And he's kind of just getting like the chuggier mode here. And Josh, right? Josh is playing it, and he's driving the harder edge home and kind of just doing very basic things, but accenting everybody else. That way they can be heavier. Kind of like playing, like staying in his lane type of thing. I like it.
That's what he does. That's what he does. He knows how to play to a song.
It's good. It's good. Hit That is an outlier for this album. It's fucking dude. If you take Hit That and put that as the last track, maybe even like a little bit of silence before it starts as like a bonus song, dude, this album would be even like higher because it's so bizarre because it sounds nothing like the rest of the album.
Not at all.
Fucking weird.
Not with that synth and everything. Wait, I don't even sound like it. But
ding, 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 something like that. Well, some Offspring fucking sounding thing. But there's some like great songs here. Dahui, dude, that song was absolute
that's a banger.
Never Gonna Find Me, that's an absolute banger. Killer song. Fast, aggressive, very Ixnay sounding. But I do wish Josh did a little bit more on this song, but that's okay. But again, that's kind of what he's doing here in Splinter. Splinter's a bizarre album because they marketed Hit That so hard, and that video it's one of the worst videos of like the early 2000s. It's just trash.
It's such a terrible
fucking
video.
garbage. And I don't know. I don't get this album, but I do wish that Hit That had not come out because I would have been listening to this more often throughout the years. Number 6.
All right. So Splinter is also my number 6.
Oh,
I agree with you. There's less noodling on the guitar. You know, it is definitely heavier. Some of their heavier moments are on this record as well. And it's just so. It is a very different record. Even taking Hit That out of it, it's. What am I trying to say here? I guess it is more metal. It's one of their most metal records they've put out, and I'm not saying it's like fucking Slayer or Sabbath or some shit like that, but the heaviness is definitely there. The slower song, I guess the slower songs, the slower parts. It's just definitely more metal influenced. But still some solid punk bangers. Dahui, just straight up a hardcore punk song. That's my banger off this one.
oh, so good.
Straight up hardcore song. And then a couple songs that sound like other songs they've already done. So the song "The Worst Hangover," it's a lot like "Get a Job" from Americana.
Ugh,
like the melodies, the melody is similar. Just kind of the pacing is similar as well. The song "Never Gonna Find Me" is no breaks. Especially the way he yells "No breaks, no breaks" during that song. He does the kind of same thing on "Never Gonna Find Me." So they're still kind of. It's just a weird experimental time for the band. Like they didn't know what to do after Conspiracy of One. They fire Ron Welty. They bring in Josh Reese to play drums on the studio recording because they can't find a drummer. They auditioned a bunch of drummers. Nobody clicked with them, so they got Josh. And then they were worried about him because he came from like such different bands. You know, Perfect Circle, Devo, even the Vandals, pretty different from the Offspring. But he came in. They said very positive things about his performance too. Like he didn't bring in any sort of metal influence, even though there's a lot of metal shit on here. But Anyway, Splinter, good
Oh,
record.
They
It's definitely
knew
gone
Josh
up.
Freese too, and they knew what he was capable of, and they knew that he was just, this is not what he does for a living. And Nitro had already put out a bunch of Vandals records, so I think it was an easy pick. He's a session guy.
Yeah, he's a session guy. All right, so number 6 is Splinter. What do you got for number 5?
How about Conspiracy of One, album of the week, number 5.
God, you're a fucking moron. My number 5 is Ignition. Ignition from 1992. This is for sure a step up from the self-titled, the first record. Catchier melodies, keeps with the intensity, the punk intensity. The fucking bass cuts through so nice. It reminds me of Answer That and Stay Fashionable from AFI. Not in the actual playing, because Jeff Kresge's a way better bass player, but just in the tone and just the mix, it just reminded me a bit of Answer That. I do get what you say about it. This is like Smash Light, because it really is, and it's not a knock to it because Smash was so incredible, but Ignition doesn't have that goofy pop flair that Smash had, which is kind of good, because some of the songs on Smash, they're great, but Self-Esteem, come on, man.
Okay.
Let's keep them separated.
We'll get there. Get there.
Anyway, Ignition,
We'll get
great
there.
record. Bangers, Hypodermic, just because it's a crazy cool punk song, and LAPD. I've always liked the song LAPD, just because it's fun to yell LAPD when they do the gang vocal thing.
And it probably fucking reminds you of Korn, and you like anything that reminds you of a Korn.
Well, I mean, that's true, dude. So yeah, Ignition is my number 5. What do you got for number 4?
Okay. They're self-titled. The Offspring's The Offspring.
Why
the
is it
first
so
album.
high? I don't get it.
Dude, if this
It
wasn't,
makes
if it
no
wasn't
sense.
for like, if it wasn't for the Elite Four, this would be their best album. Like easy money. This is fast. This is aggressive. This is super fun. This is everything. It's fun in the way Americana is, and it's exciting in the way Smash is. The little Middle Eastern sort of like twangy thing, that like it's here more than any other like songs they've ever done besides Pay the Man, which is a banger. But like it's here. And this is so exciting. This is amazing. All of these songs have melody to them. Like honestly, Ignition is not that great. I've always liked Ignition more because it starts off with Session and it gets you hooked like immediately. But dude, The Offspring is, I'm telling you, maybe listen to it again. You might have missed it. That's fine. You listened to it twice. You probably did it like with your blindfolds on your ears. That's fine. But The Offspring, dude, this is unreal. This is unreal. And this is the one that I went back and forth 3 times with The Offspring and Conspiracy of One, because I had pre-ranked these based on the old rankings, and I had Conspiracy at 4, and I had The Offspring at like 7 or something, and I put The Offspring all the way up to like 3. I was like, no, it's not that good, but it's better Conspiracy. And then I listened to Conspiracy in the vinyls, like, no, dude, Conspiracy is so fucking good. And then I had to do like a tit for tat thing. I had to go like line by line. Okay, how many songs do I not really care for in Conspiracy versus how many songs do I not really care for on The Offspring? And this is an album that I don't have a lot of like history with. So I haven't listened to this one as much as I have Conspiracy. But man, after listening to it this week, I immediately put like the OG copy on my want list for Discogs. And you can still buy the re-release on the Nitro Records for like $20.
Yeah.
But dude, this album is
Amazon has it for
fucking
like
unreal.
$20.
Unreal.
But damn, dude, I would love an OG pressing of it too. But it's like $400.
I can't.
But with
wait.
that
I
original
can't
artwork,
wait for one like an OG pressing to come through my record store, and I'm gonna scoop that bitch up so fucking fast. But Tehran, Tehran's for sure my favorite. Absolutely, I would scoop that fucking motherfucker up so fast. Absolute banger of a song. It starts out with that super fast, kind of sloppy sounding bass line, and dude, like the bass like shines through completely on this album, just as much as Ignition, and then it kind of tapers off after that. But this dude, Tehran. The way the guitars finally come in on this is very post-punk, and it sounds just like Arc Arsenal. This intro is fucking exactly like Arc Arsenal. Oh my god! When you're editing the pod, if you get to this part, listen to Arc Arsenal. Actually, I'm gonna put it in the notes.
Okay.
It's wild.
Got it.
It's fucking wild. God damn, this album was good. This album blew me away.
Okay, that's good. I mean, I really did enjoy this record. It's really good, and I would totally buy it. And luckily, you could buy a lot of these records for fairly cheap.
Yeah.
Really. It's except for like Rise and Fall is really expensive. Days Go By is extremely expensive. But other than that, everything else is fairly cheap.
They just repressed Rise and Fall, and they added like one bonus like live song to it.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Remember that? I went to Glass House like a year ago, Glass House record store, and somebody brought in like an OG copy of that of Rise and Fall, and they were selling it for like $100. Too pricey.
I'd buy
Too pricey for me.
Honestly, I'd buy a Smash original for $100. I'd do it.
I might do that too.
I'd buy. That's all I want is just OG pressings. That's all I want.
That's what I want too.
I'm that guy.
That's what I want too, dude. All right. So that was your number 4 is The Offspring's The Offspring.
Yeah.
So my number 4 is Ixnay on the Ombre. This one's going to piss David off,
sure.
but that's fine. From 1997, fourth record. This is just a little bit more experimental than Smash. The band and fans have said that, like, this is like a huge departure from Smash, but it's not. It's not. It's still very much the same. You definitely do hear that transition though from Smash to Americana. The melodies are a little bit poppier on Ixnay than they were on Smash, outside of like Self-Esteem and Keep 'Em Separated or whatever. But there's some heavier metal stuff here, metal riffs thrown in. It's still noodly on the guitar, but it's a good record. I have nothing bad to say about Ixnay at all, but it doesn't have that same impact that Smash does. Like everything on Smash, you're like, dude, this is incredible. This is fucking awesome. And Ixnay has those moments for sure, but it just, for whatever reason, it doesn't hit as hard as Smash for me. I don't know. I can't even explain it. My favorite Offspring song is on this record though.
Don't understand
their best song.
I've never. It just makes no sense.
All I want is the best Offspring song. It's my favorite Offspring song. That song has never got old to me.
Bizarre.
Would you even put that in your top 10?
No. Are you kidding me? No. Are you joking my ass right now? No.
Idiot. Anyway, Ixnay, my number 4. We did Ixnay on the podcast. I don't know. Is that a lost episode?
That's a lost episode.
It is? Okay. Well, one day we'll do it again. Sure. So what do you have? What's your number 3?
Americana. They're 5th, 98. And this sits here. This sits here for a number of reasons.
So dumb, man.
Right? Their second worst song they've ever done is on this. And why don't you get a job? Dude, stinker. Fucking, I've tried over the years. I thought as a child I liked this, right? We were like 10 when this came out. No. Yeah, 10 or 11. 98, 87. Yeah, math is hard.
It's for sure not the worst song on the record.
Why don't you get a job? Are you kidding me? That's the worst fucking.
Sure
that's the second worst song they have ever done. It is fucking terrible.
No,
it is garbage. It is not good. God, I wish I could just skip this fucking song. I hate this song so much. But Issues and The Kids Aren't All Right, they're both like okay songs at best. So that's why it sits at number 3. Everything else is a banger, through and through. Banger, love it.
So stupid.
But it's just, god damn, man. Those 3 songs, it's just, fuck me. Those are just not good. But there's a lot of pop influence to this record. Like a lot of melodies that they probably got and then worked a song around it. So, I just don't think they added anything special this time around to their sound. It just kind of expanded on the stuff that they were already established at doing. They just didn't. It's all right. And again, it's not
perfected the pop. They perfected the pop on America.
They perfected the pop on Conspiracy of One.
No.
Yes, absolutely. They perfected the pop on Conspiracy of One. The poppiest songs Conspiracy of One are better than the poppiest songs in Americana. Americana is just like a pop band. Like Americana is Conspiracy of One that's trying to be Smash. That's what Americana is. And I love Americana. This is I love
clearly
this.
Don't.
But I can only say negative things because it's number 3. It's not my 1 or 2. So I can't like gush over it and like, well, why is it number 1? Like these are the reasons why it's not number 1 or 2. You know, I don't know.
You said a lot of wrong things.
Dude, why don't you get a job as a fucking stinker? You're absolutely
It's not the worst.
bonkers.
Okay. 1, it's not a stinker, and 2, it's not the worst song on the record.
Why don't you get a job? You're right. It's not a stinker. It's a stinky stinker. If we have Beyond Bangers, that is a stinky stinker. That is fucking garbage.
Stinker.
That is embarrassing.
Double S.
That's one of those songs
All right.
like people listening to Nirvana in their car and like Nevermind Smell Like Teen Spirit comes on and they get embarrassed, turn it down. Like, why don't you get a job as a song that I get embarrassed listening to? It's embarrassing.
I do that too.
It's fucking dumb.
Wait, when that or Come As You Are come on, I turn it down. Both are amazing, perfect songs, but I feel embarrassed listening to them.
But
when Sublime comes on,
no, nothing by Sublime.
When Sublime comes on the radio,
nothing you should. When Sublime, you should be turning
dude,
down. Dude,
we talked about it last week. Even today, when I was at work, I almost took a video. I was in the office, and then Santeria came on the radio, and I almost took a video saying, "This is what I have to deal with every fucking day, every day at work in the office."
Good. But then it's like you can mime the guitar solo. It's fun.
You sound like a Mario song. It didn't even sound like the solo.
Pay the Man. Pay the Man was my banger this time around. This one really clicked with me this time around. This is kind of like classic Offspring tone with like the most psychedelic experimental sound that they've ever done. And this is a 10-minute song. And they really just let it ride and played on like those mini riffs that they do, those little beats that like Ron's throwing out there. And then of course they got to have like the Middle Eastern twang to everything. This song's fucking unreal, dude. This is a banger of a closer. Love it.
I think you fell on your head sometime this week and you're not right. You're not
Americana's good. I love Americana, dude. I know the words to every one of these songs, including Why Don't You Get a Job? And I fucking hate that I know every goddamn word to that song. But that song's a stinker. That song's a stinky stinker.
Oh, it's not a stinky stinker. All right, that's your number 3. My number 3 is The Smashes.
That's not right.
Smash.
That's okay.
From 1994. I love this record. This record is just. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm not going to give you a rating on it.
Fucking perfect here already. There we go.
I really, really do love Smash. Genocide and It'll Be a Long Time, the two best songs.
It'll be
Genocide
a long
for
time.
Sure. Genocide with that bridge, those palm muted single notes. The dum 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 dum. I mean, we stole that for one of our own songs, but love that. What?
So I don't give a fuck. That was the song that got us in trouble at the condo. We used to play that shit at like 3:30 in the morning when we're drunk as shit on Four Locos coming home from the bar. And we had that nice like half stack Ampeg bass amp, and I would stick it like literally touching the neighbor's wall because she was a bitch and she was the worst. And like 3:30 in the morning, we crank it up, and then we just hit the bass line to that song. And that's why she hated us. She started though.
Not me. I didn't live there. But I was there a lot though. Anyway, Smash. This is just an absolutely classic record. Even the singles don't get old. They don't get boring. I've heard Self-Esteem, Genocide, Come Out and Play. You know, I've heard them all thousands of times, but they still never ever get old. This is just an absolute banger front to back. It has the intensity, has the right amount of pop and melody to it as well. I absolutely love this record. I have nothing bad to say about it. This one we did do on the pod in the new format, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, go listen to that. I'm not going to take a deep dive into it right now because we really dove into it on that episode and we praised the shit out of it. But I really do love Smash, and I'll get into. Never mind. I'll save that for later.
Okay.
But yeah, Smash is my number 3. Genocide and It'll Be a Long Time. Because that It'll Be a Long Time, the way he says that part too. It'll be a long time. It's so whiny.
The reason I have a feeling it'll be a long time.
So whiny.
So
I love it. So yeah, Smash, my number 3. What do you got for number 2?
I will say that like objectively speaking, like if you're trying to be real and true to the rankings, putting Conspiracy of One over Smash is that's wrong. That is dead wrong. Like I respect your opinions. I don't. But that is just dead wrong.
Don't lie to me.
That is absolutely fucking wrong. Good Lord. Okay. Number 2 is Ixnay. Ixnay and the Ombre.
That is stupid.
Ixnay and Americana kind of go back and forth. I have a little bit more history with Ixnay. because I had that one first before I had Americana. So I go
crazy.
back and forth between these two. Americana really is just like sing along after sing along after sing along. It's solid. It's good. I love it. It's amazing. I have it on the vinyls. I enjoyed listening to it multiple times this week. But Ixnay does not have a bad song. Every song on this album is at least good. Even All I Want, which I think is one of the weakest songs on the album.
Oh,
I
exhausting.
don't fucking get it. But yeah, dude, Ixnay, I think Ixnay is very, very much like Smash, but it's a little bit punkier. Like Smash was kind of its own thing. Ixnay's a little bit punkier, like skate
You
punk,
think so?
I guess. It's a little bit punkier. Some of these songs hit a little
don't
bit
know.
faster. Smash never really gets fast without heaviness. Anytime Smash gets heavy or fast, it's always with heavy. So it's kind of like gearing towards maybe like the metal or the thrash realm. They never really get punky on Smash because it's always like hand in hand with something heavy. On this one, they get a little bit fast sometimes, and I don't know. I think they perfected the ska sound here with "Don't Pick It Up." "Don't Pick It Up" is such a perfect
that's a
fucking
great
joke
song.
song. It's I think it's one of their best joke songs. I love it. But everything else, I don't know. I think every song on here I think is at least good. Most of these songs are bangers. I even like the intermission. The intermission is a classic. It's just T for two. That ding, 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 ding. Perfect.
it's good. It's great.
But also my favorite Offspring song is also on this record, and that's Moda. Moda is my favorite Offspring song. Love it. Love it, love it, love it.
It's good, but not their best song. That's really your favorite song from them.
Yeah, Moda's my favorite song for sure.
But just out of all their songs,
All their songs.
I don't know who dropped you.
Dude, the artwork for this
Yeah.
one too. Oh, so good. Just,
I do like the artwork a lot because most of their artwork is trash, but this one and Americana, that's some good artwork right there.
I would say like
And the OG first record.
the Elite Four, all that artwork is great. Conspiracy 1, the artwork is kind of meh, but
I hate that artwork.
But
Which we'll get into.
the single artwork, which we'll talk about, those are fucking
Yeah.
bangers.
Those are cool. Yeah, I have some notes on that.
Go
But okay, so number 2 is Ixnay.
Number 2 is Americana
for
for
you.
you, and then the Conspiracy 1.
Well, no. Well, 2 is Conspiracy, album of the week. So what's your number 1?
Smash. That's
God.
no fucking brainer. It's
That
not
is so
even
stupid.
like it's silly to think anything otherwise. Smash is there's nothing else that sounds like Smash. And it's not just Dexter's voice, but it's Noodles' guitar playing. It's the way he can mash 6, 7, 8 power chords into a chorus and drive a melody along. He doesn't even need Dexter. You could take Dexter out of this and it would still sound like The Offspring. Ron Welty, he does like the one thing that do 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 do, and he kind of just rides those snares, right?
Yeah.
Does that thing? That's all he does. Does it fucking perfectly. Knows when to do it like by himself, but then also knows when that it's just him and Greg kind of like grooving along. He knows he can add a little bit of flair to it, and like Greg has this really kind of punky sounding bass tone, but on Smash, it's a little bit heavier. It's a little bit metal. It's a little bit more aggressive. And again, I don't think that they ever do the punk thing on Smash without incorporating it with a heavier metal type of sound. Like Killboy Powerhead. Killboy Powerhead's like a
That's
punk
a
song.
cover, though.
But it's a punk song. It should be a faster
I know.
punk song. It doesn't matter if it's a cover or not. It should be a faster punk song. But it's heavy. It's metal sounding. That's what I like about this. Because the cover they did is a
good.
punk band. But they incorporate
I know.
some metal into it. So, I don't
A
know.
little bit.
But yeah, that Smash is Smash. That's my favorite. That's my favorite song on this one. I like the closers this week. I love the way Smash.
So
Head
that's your
over
banger?
heels, I've fit in before. Now I don't want to do it no more. Oh, so
That's really
good.
your biggest banger?
That's my biggest banger. Yeah.
Damn. I'm
There-
surprised.
There was
Okay.
there was a point in Smash where I could play most of these songs like on the guitar, and I really
That's a lot of notes,
enjoyed it.
dude.
Yeah.
That's a
My
lot of
God,
power
dude.
chords.
And Smash too. This is the first time and kind of the last time that you really notice it, because this is now when Noodles is kind of like at his not at his peak, but he's really, really, really good here. But they don't incorporate like a rhythm guitar. So anytime you hear, like in like Genocide, for instance, right? It's just like him doing that note, that high pitched note,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no like rhythm guitar under him to kind of like cut into that. It's just
To fill it out, yeah.
Ron and Greg. And so a lot of these parts, I don't know. There's no rhythm guitar here. It's very organic. It's very basic. It's good.
Why do you say it like that?
Because I don't know. Because those are kind of like gross terms, like organic. Like what
They
does
are
organic
gross
mean,
terms,
right? Like everything organic. It comes from nothing essentially, but like it's not organic because music has been done over and over and over again, and these are not things they invented.
surprised
These are
we
things
haven't-
whatever.
I'm surprised we haven't added organic to the no-no list. Because I hate that word too.
It's a good way. It's a good descriptor, but I think it's a little bit overused.
Very overused.
Because like if everything's organic, then like nothing's organic, and like things aren't really organic because they've all kind of like stemmed from the same like Adam and Eve origin story type of thing.
Yeah.
And like Offspring smash, like there's nostalgia for this. It came out on my fucking birthday. This is like Epitaph is still riding high from this album too. So
for sure.
like my God, I don't know how
This is easily Epitaph's biggest record. This is their biggest record.
No, it is for sure their biggest record because Americana came out on Columbia, and I think I think they came
but
out
even
Epitaph
still
with
smash
distribution through Columbia.
No, it was the opposite. It was released. Americana was released on Capitol or Columbia, but then Epitaph held the rights to release it in Europe. So that's what it was. But even still, Smash was way more successful than Americana. I think Smash sold like 15 million, over at least over 10 million records. Americana I think is like at 6 or 7 million, something
really?
like that, which is still crazy. But
Dude, 94 was one hell of a year for music. A lot of good albums came out in 94. Including this one. This should be up there. People should talk about Offspring Smash when they talk about the other big ones that came out in 94. And then you talk about like the singles, right? Like Self-Esteem. I like Self-Esteem a lot. I think it's a fucking fantastic song. I think the way he says or the way he sings that intro, it's annoying as fuck. Like no one's ever been that annoying in an intro. And they don't even hide it. They don't even care. They don't even fucking mask it. It's just him. Care. It's just him. It's like, how annoying can I be? Let me just do it by myself. One take. Here we go. You ready? And then, like, that is the most annoying thing the Offspring has ever done. I absolutely fucking love it.
I like it too.
I do really come out and play the little drum part that he does.
Yeah.
Fuck, man. This album is so
freestyling.
Good. Mm-hmm. And the intro, the Time to Relax intro. Like, it's kind of funny listening to the compact disc on my vinyls that I have over here. But I like it. And it goes right into Nitro and that drum roll into Nitro. Oh my God.
Oh, it's a great way to start it.
Dude, Smash is something else. Smash is truly, truly something else. I think it's silly not to put as number one, but that's fine. I respect your opinion.
Well, because Americana is the best. Americana is the best record. It has some of the cool riffage, not nearly as noodly as Smash, but it still has some great riffage here, some great songwriting. It really is, I think, some of their best songwriting. It has songs with the intensity of their old stuff. It has the pop sensibility stuff. Even Get a Job. Yeah, it's not the strongest song on the record. It's not the worst, but it's not the strongest because Feelings is the worst, right?
No, dude,
Feelings is the worst song.
Feelings is not worse than Why Don't You? Are you serious?
Yeah,
you think Feelings is worse than Why Don't You Get a Job?
I wish Feelings wasn't on the record.
Damn.
Well, it's not that I wish it wasn't. It's just
when I know my feelings.
I know all the words to it, just like I know all the words to Get a Job.
But Feelings is so dark. It's so.
But it's not a really
guttural.
It's not a really well written song. It's a mess of a song.
Not their song, but
okay. Anyway, Americana, love this one. Stare at the Sun, one of my all time favorites from the band. No Breaks also. No Breaks is just intense, man. That's just an intense fucking song. It's fast, it's aggressive. Love that one. Just everything. I don't know. I think this is just a perfect blend of the punk stuff with the pop melodies. This is peak Offspring. This is peak pop Offspring. This is just them. This is everything that you think of Offspring is Americana.
See, I don't know. I think that like Smash is the best representation. Like if you ask the guys, like what album do you think represents you and your wants and your desires as a musician? I think they would say Smash, because Smash is pretty straightforward through around. Like I will say Americana has more diversity, but Smash with that first incorporation of the ska song, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like what in the world happened to you? I think they would say like Smash is probably the best representation of what they wanted to sound like as musicians. I think next would be Americana.
But the thing with Smash, not to say that any of the songs are bad, because none of them are bad, but what Smash does is some of the songs kind of bleed into each other. Like not every song has its own identity, and not saying that any of it's even filler, because it's not. But at least with Americana, when you put a song on, you're like, okay, this is what this is. It's just like there's no mixing up of any of the songs on Americana, where with Smash you could do that.
There's a couple songs with Smash, yeah, that people like if I would say like, hey, sing the chorus of this song, you probably wouldn't remember. But I think you're right on that. I think no matter what song on Americana you throw out, you can at least do some part of that song. Even no breaks. There's no breaks.
Oh shit! See, Americana is my number one. No breaks, staring at the sun. Man, dude, the chorus in "Staring at the Sun" it's so good. It's so catchy. It's one of the catchiest.
Unreal. The way they just roll along on that song. Please go ahead and say that song is better than your top song, because I would appreciate.
Oh
that.
No, it's definitely not better than All I Want. There's no way it's not better. I'll give you my top three. We'll talk about it later. So yeah. Anyway, Americana, my number one, the best Offspring record. Can't deny it. Can't deny it. Whoa. That's all I got. Do you have anything else on the rankings?
No, that's it. That's all.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening. Keep listening. Tell your friends. Stay tuned for the main episode, because we're getting into Conspiracy of One by the Offsprings. So that's it. That's all. Run, Wildy.